good morning to three of you. And so today we managed to talk about, we are going to talk about how would we create awareness among the online consumers of these issues of scammed online businesses. So we all know that technology has been making things much easier, from buying things, doing research and a lot of things. So nowadays there are a lot of business that are done online, as it is much easier, it costs less, other than having a physical shop. It is much better to do online business. So but are online business entrepreneur aware of scammed online businesses? So I would like to ask Farhana's opinion on scammed online businesses.
Scam online businesses. These days, scam online businesses happen every day, daily. It happens daily. So to make sure, to be aware of those business scams online, we could actually ask for proof. We know that the government, for people that want to do business online, they need to have a license that is approved by the government. So when buying things that we think is attractive for us, we should actually see the business license. Do they already have permission to do business online? Things like that. Well, I think that's all that I could say.
Thank you, Farhana. So we would like to ask Bhuvaneswari about her opinion on safe website, is it?
Yeah. Well, thank you, my dear fellows Farhana and Iza. A very good morning to all three of you. First of all, I think that the scammed online business is something that continuously happening in our country. I think that when we human are getting when we are we always want something that ends very easily, we want easy steps than to take difficult roads. We always want something that easy. And I think that how could we create awareness is that one of the way is about the technology itself, that we can have that in our phone settings. They have an app called the safe mode. When we open the safe mode, and my friend Farhana said that the safe website, when they have the scam online businesses, the website will alert or warning us about the businesses, or there was non-licensed businesses. And the next thing that is, people will always they will always do the mistakes because they haven't get enough of punishment or something. That for that, the people who have been cheated or when that scammed by online businesses, they have to report to the internet service provider. That is because that it won't the thing won't be happen again. That it won't be that other people would be the person who get involved in internet scam online businesses. That's all. Thank you.
Do you have any suggestion in terms of when you've introduced the two of them? What do you think yourself? It's okay. Do any of you have had your own experience with online shopping, or do you know of any family member who has had?
Yeah, I have an experience that I've ordered a jumpsuit that was even though I have a big body, that I've ordered it for double XL. And when the jumpsuit arrived at my house, it was the size of my sister's size. It's S. And that really pissed me out because I paid 180 ringgit for that. And when I asked them, when I comment them, they said that it depends on it is the size of XL. And I said that the picture said something like that it's something S. They said that no, it is size S. I think that it's for children's thing. I don't think there's something like that really.
So, how did you resolve that?
And I gave the dress to my young sister,
Oh,
and I also report. And I actually buy it from Facebook, and from Facebook it's online businesses. So I report the page, and I also block them.
Do you have any experience, or any of your family members or close friends have experience with online business?
No, my family is kind of more active. They don't like to just buy things online. It's not healthy, my mom said. Rather than just looking at things and whether because it doesn't really, we know that they show the pictures and tell us the details about the thing they sell, but will we really get that thing? Not sure, like 50-50, sometimes it's 40-60. So my mom always motivate us to just shop physically, because online shopping is not that trustable.
Okay, what do you think should be responsible for controlling or ensuring that normal Malaysian citizens are not scammed? Which is there a particular agency or even an NGO that actually is responsible for ensuring that Malaysians are not conned by these online businesses?
I think the NGOs are the responsible person, because I think that NGOs are the governments, because that the internet is like one of the most important for our economy. That we are like it is one of the main point, the main source for our for us to our mission to
Progress.
get to progress.
So are you saying the government is the one responsible or the NGOs?
I think that they both should play their own particular they have their own
Any
rules.
particular ministry you think should be
Yeah, I quite agree with the lady, because the government already has a team that check either the business has a license or not. It was already once been a topic. True.
True.
Okay, perhaps you may not have. Isa, do you have anyone who has had experience, or have you bought anything online?
I have never experienced any,
Any
but
of your
you know,
friends or family members?
none of my family members and none of my friends have experienced any.
Okay.
But I have seen a lot on the internet, and you know how they share it with all of us to be careful. So like it's
What kind of businesses how do they get people to, how do they actually con people into spending or giving money to them?
they promote it. They know how to promote the thing, so they might use other people review on that type of products, and then they use it to post it on their online business, and then people would believe. Sometimes people, if they like it, they wouldn't care, and so they believed in it. But then and they don't do a lot of research on how this shop, is this online shop what do I call this,
Safe.
I'm sorry?
Safe or something like
Yeah, safe and trustable.
Okay, I think yesterday in the papers, definitely this week, there was an issue on this online or scam online business. Did you read about it this week? There is one that's which area in particular, which sector, which business, what kind of business
Usually,
been highlighted that has actually scammed a lot of people recently?
usually like Punish said, she has been scammed from clothing line, if I'm not wrong. So it's usually clothing and gadgets. Like my chairman has once said, of she hasn't experienced any, but she has seen much of them. About what did you say? People review the stuff that was sold, and people believe it.
Yeah.
Are there any steps that maybe you can guys tell that can actually create awareness? We are telling how to, what kind of awareness that we can help people to realize that they are being scammed, but what kind of steps do you mean? Like having a more secure password or what?
Yeah, have a more secure password. It is, I think, that the most easiest way, because that is now technology that we can easily get hacked, and we have to be like more safe in wearing our using in some website. And I think that parents play an important role, because that when, as an example, as a children, as a teenager myself, when I'm playing games or I'm using a website, there will be a lot of ads saying that this shirt is just cheap, or even I recently have been saying that the spin game is say that if you spin it one time, you will get iPhone 6, or if I spin it, I will get laptop, something like that. And I think that really influence a teenager like myself, or the children that, and as myself, like as another children, they will, that parents like trust their children too much that they will just give their password, their email IDs, their passwords towards the children. I think that the children will just insert the email and the password just to get the iPhone 6. I think that's the main factor of online scam businesses, that they are influenced by the ads.
Okay, you mentioned just now about, I think you said that the government should ensure that the business is registered before they can be selling online and all that in there. We know that businesses are all kinds. Some of them may be registered, but they can still cheat people. One point that I want to ask is, in creating awareness of, that yes, these are the things that you should look for. Check that the business is online, whether you have passwords or other means of it in there. Who do you think should be doing it? Should it be starting, because you said even teenagers are buying the thing. So should it be in the schools itself, or should it be the mass media, newspapers, radio, television, or should it be NGOs, or who should be doing the creating awareness that if you don't want to be cheated, please be careful of 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think the most important, the most important, the mass medias and the televisions, radios, they could just like announce, or they just have say something that if they know something about the scam businesses, they could just tell them about the website or something that to people, so that people will be aware of it. And also I think that schools also can also teach them, and I think that parents should also spend the quality time with children to just go and buy shopping, physical shoppings, that because like as myself that my parents are very busy people, that they don't have time to buy something that I really like, so I'll just buy it online. So I think that parents is also play an important role, that they also have time, they also have to like spend quality time with their children.
I quite disagree about the parents, because it's not everybody is quite busy these days, because money is important. So it's not really the problem about parents spending quality time. The children itself, themselves, should know what to do and what to not. They're at a young age. Now they should just be playing outside, not buying things online. If really needed, they could just buy things at nearby shops.
No. Sorry to interrupt that. For guys know that I'm staying at a village. Like, if I want to go to shopping, I have to travel for 2 hours to get to shopping mall. And I think that's really like it really took a lot of time, money. Like I have to the petrol prices. My father have to take leave or holiday for just to take me shopping. And I think that even myself, I feel so kind of guilty because my father because of my shopping because I just want to buy a shoe. My father is spending his money, his time, his energy just to bought me a shoe. And I think that is really a thing that I would just think that I'll just buy it online. It will be much easier for myself and my father. And that's sorry.
You may think it's more easier for your father, but don't you try to look, let's just say try to look in his view, try to be in his shoe. Don't you think maybe he feel happy that he could buy something for his daughter? My dad would feel like that because I know my dad only come home 2 times a month. So when he tries to get us out, do more activity with us, either shopping, either watching a movie at the theater or anywhere, because at least he could spend time with me rather than just mopping at home and buying things online. Don't you agree with me, Chairman?
I'm sorry, but I think I prefer to agree with Vanessori because
It's all right, it's perfectly normal to disagree.
because I experienced what Vanessori thing. So my dad often comes home very tired, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually trouble him to go somewhere very far just to buy a particular thing. Only one thing. So just because of one thing, we have to travel far. So I think that I totally agree with Vanessori.
Yeah, and I also think that my father, he works at he went to work at 5 o'clock and returned home at 11 night overnight. And I think that once my mother said that once, I still remember it, I want to buy a Nike branded shoe. So I just called my father. He took leave from and brought me to the Bahau. I think that Bahau is the nearby town to Palong. And then that I heard my mother say that she was just kidding, but I really felt it till now. That she said that father is lost 300 ringgit because of you, because if we go to work today, he will get 300 ringgit, and it's 300 ringgit plus your Nike shoe is 200 ringgit, 500 ringgit lost. Even though she said that just kidding, but I really felt it as a guilty because of me, and I know that the value of money, that 300 ringgit is not an easy thing, and I think that was the last day I brought an expensive shoe, and that was the last day I troubled my father. And even though nowadays I want to go to shopping, I'll just take the bus and I'll do it myself, because my father believes that I can do it, that I am mature enough to take care of myself, and I can do it.
We can come back to whose responsibility is it.
It's going on topic.
I
noticed it.
But who should be responsible for creating the awareness?
Everybody. We shouldn't just focus on one person, on one body, NGOs or GOs or government. No, everybody has their own important roles. The government should maybe set out a flyer or ask a GOs, a government operation, to go to school to tell students what to do. So parents don't actually have, like you said, parents don't actually have times to all that. So parents can't just tell us which business that can be trusted, which business is scam. No. So the government, the NGOs, the GOs, the school, everybody play an important role.
Okay, if you notice, every time you want to buy things online, they will always put their contact number.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is one way to ensure that whether it's genuine or scam. So do you think that that can be taken as a way to help online shoppers to create awareness among them? That is to try to give the company a call first before you buy online. What do you think? Can that be one measure to be taken to ensure that you are not being scammed? Have you ever tried that? I mean, if you ever tried to shop online and call them first?
No. And of course that was one of the way to create awareness,
Yeah.
but I think that when we want to get shopping, that we'll get so excited about the thing
So you
that
forget
we
about
we forget about the content, and that's it.
So that, I mean, you can reach out to people,
Yeah.
use the number, right? Use the number so that at least you are taking one measure to prevent from being scam. Don't you think so? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to close?
Sort of like conclude or summarize
yeah.
what you have said.
I think that teenagers should always, teenagers or anybody who use online business should always be very careful. Just you have to think twice or more before you buy things online, just to make sure that you are not scammed and you wouldn't waste your money on things that you didn't actually expect that it's going to be in that way. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
sharing your views with us.